go green. Looks like Gary Hunter going to lead the field into turn number 1, out of turn number 2. Landon Farquhar right there in second spot. Here comes Cheryl Gray to take over that third spot from the 9 machine of Pete R.C. Lap number 1 going to go to Gary Hunter in the 14. Here comes Farquhar up the inside, out of trying to close in on the 14 machine and take the spot away. Hunter washes a bit wide through turns 3 and 4. Farquhar on the bottom, right around the tires, a little bit loose on the exit. Not the run he needed to take the lead down the front sheet. Cheryl Gray still in third spot, Pete R.C. is third, and Bubba Ford rounds out the field in 5th. Farquhar once again with a good look to the inside down the back chute into turn number 3. Again around the tires through 3 and 4. Has to steer right to get around one of them, maybe moving Hunter up the racetrack a little bit, but he's going to lead lap number 2. Down on the bottom through turns 1 and 2 this time. Still Gary Hunter to the top side. A great run out of the top of turn number 2 for Gary Hunter. He'll hold on the lead down the back chute. Washes wide through turns 3 and 4. Once again, here comes Farquhar up the inside now. Solidly in the lead as we come to halfway there. 4 down, 4 to go. Landon Farquhar now out to about a 3-car length advantage over Gary Hunter down the back chute into turn number 3. Hunter drives it in deep into turn number 3. Might have been a little too much as the car washes wide once again. Looks really good on the exit, though. Farquhar getting the power down the front chute into turn number 1. 5 laps down, 3 laps to go. The Turn and Burn Trucking Incorporated sponsored number 78 machine. Looking good right now, coming to go this time from the flagman. Landon Farquhar with almost a straightaway advantage over Gary Hunter in the second spot. Third spot belongs to Pete R.C. in the 9 car. He's gotten around Cheryl Gray to take over that third position. The Tetco-sponsored entry nearly catches the wall out of turn number 2. The white flag going to be out this time by for Landon Farquhar. The driver out of Corpus Christi, race number 1 for the limited late model division at South Texas Speedway. On a muggy and windy April evening. Checkered flag in the air. Was the leader, now the winner. Landon Farquhar going to win heat race number 1. The flag is out. We're underway. And Emod going to lead the field down into turn number 1. Looks like he's going to hang on to the lead so far, but Ron Spray right there on the rear bumper of the 17 machine. Spray in that 42 car looks to the inside down the back chute into turn 3. Thinks a little bit better of it. Tucks back into line. These guys running about 1 lane off the bottom, a little bit higher than the first group of cars. As the 35 of Tony Blankenship just gets a wee bit sideways out of turn number 4, gathers it back up, points it down the front, shooting to turn number 1. Awalt, your leader for lap number 1, already back into turn number 3. Second group of cars keeping a pretty good pace here around South Texas Speedway. Once again, right up alongside the wall. Spray with the move out of the back, out of turn number 4, down the front, shooting to turn 1. He'll take the lead. Awalt back to second spot in the 17 machine. Spray with a little bit of a spray of dust there coming in on turn number 2. Running the bottom of the track now. The car looks to be pretty comfortable, exiting just about a lane off the bottom. That 42 machine is hooked up and booking here at South Texas Speedway. Looks like the 35 of Tony Blankenship exiting early. His heat race is done. Crossing halfway point this time by Ron Spray. Already a pretty sizable lead in the 42. A little bit loose that time. Gathers it back up. More challenge for the position. Loose on the exit as well. Still hangs on to it as we cross the halfway. 4 down, 4 to go. Spray out of New Braunfels, Texas. Pretty good tow all the way down here to Corpus Christi. Looking pretty good in the 42 machine. Right around the bottom of turns 3 and 4, Hangs on to it again in the 17 machine of Awalt. A little bit loose on the exit. Sean Klein there on the 11K machine holding up that third position. And fourth and final spot goes to Lynn Fox right now in the 14F. Going to be coming to 2 to go this time by. Ron Spray looking good. Those 2 to go from the flag game. A straightaway plus for your leader. And Awalt pretty loose once again on the exit. Hangs on to it though. No harm, no foul. We stay clean and we stay zone right now in the 42 machine, looking good. Checking out on heat race number 2. White flag is entering here. 1 lap to go. Almost a half a lap, actually, for your leader, Ron Spray, down the back chute in the 42 machine. Into turn 3 for the final time. Negotiates that set of turns beautifully. Going to take the checkered flag and the heat race win. Ron Spray on heat race number 1. And looking to complete lap number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Zach Courtney out front in the Z76 machine.
Get it going, 36. Come on, get going.
Still Zach Courtney out front. Looks like we've got the 36 machine around in turn number 2. That's going to bring us a caution. Green flag's back out. We are back underway. Zach Courtney going to lead the field into turn number 1. About 2 lanes up off the bottom, running right around the top of the racetrack, really, in the Z76 machine, making it look good right now down the back chute into turn 3. Sam Chapa and Zachary Calhoun got a great battle going for that second spot. And just as I say that, Calhoun goes around in turn number 3. Dwayne McWhorter also spins. Both those drivers going to get him moving. We'll stay clean and we'll stay green. Both those guys taking a scenic route to the back of the field. Still, the Z76 is Zach Courtney out front. Sam Chapa in that second spot as we come to 2 to go. Third spot belongs to Gonzalez in the 117 machine. Fourth spot is now Crystal Smith. Gilbert Perez the third. Dwayne McWhorter and Zachary Calhoun, round out the field. Through turns 3 and 4. Going to be the white flag in the air this time by for the Z76 of Zach Courtney. About 2 car lengths behind him, going to be the 14 of Sam Chapa. Sam with 2 more shots at it, closes the gap a little bit through turns 1 and 2. Looks like Courtney just gets the power down the back chute into turn number 3. Courtney once again running right through the middle of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. He'll take the win in heat race number 1. Chopper will be second. Third spot going to go to Gonzalez. Then it's Crystal Smith. Gilbert Perez the third. 7 cars, the field, 8 laps of distance. Green flag is out. We're underway. Martinez going to lead the field down into turn number 1. Nearly loses on the exit of turn 2. Here comes Walker up the outside. The 88 is out of control. That is the 88W Jason Langford. Going to lose it down the backstretch. And Nathan Rahi going to tag the rear. We got a yellow. 2 for 2 here in the Emod action at South Texas Speedway. Let's see if we can make it a 3-peat. Martinez going to lead the field out of turns 1 and 2 down the back, shooting to turn 3. A little about a car length. Really, it's nose to tail between them. Jimmy Martinez all loses it right in front of Roy Walker. Walker with nowhere to go.
Get it going, guys. Get it going. Come on, 9. Get it going. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Walker going to be out front. Nathan Rahi in second. Eric Rahi is third. Green flag's back out. We're back underway. Roy Walker going to lead lap number 2 across the line. Nathan Rahi in that second spot. Eric Rahi is third. Oh, there's some big contact from Langford and Dunker. Langford going to scrape the front stretch wall. Jimmy Martinez once again out of shape in turn number 4. Everybody stays clean and stay well. Flag about to come out. There it is. We're back underway with Emod Heat race number 2. Nathan Rahe looking to the outside in turn number 1. Going to tuck the 25 machine back down the racetrack. Gets a good run off the bottom of turn 2. Closes the gap slowly, drives it in deep into turn number 3. Nearly getting the back of Roy Walker's machine. Walker going to lead lap number 3. Nathan Rahe still in that second position. Eric Rahe still third in the 5A machine, excuse me. Jason Langford rounds out the top 4 in the 88W. Walker once again leads the field through turns 3 and 4. There's the halfway mark. 4 down, 4 to go. Eric Rahe looks underneath his brother Nathan in turns 1 and 2. Thinks a little bit better of it. Tucks back up into line. Nathan with that second spot in the 25 machine. A little bit sideways through the middle of turns 3 and 4. Very sideways on the exit. Brother Eric a little bit straighter. Much better run down the front chute into turn number 1. Nathan Rahe running just a lane above the bottom, and that's just enough room for Eric to be right underneath him. Going to be coming in 2 to go this time by Roy Walker. Led this thing from pretty much the get-go. Now we're side by side down the front chute for the second spot. Eric Rahe to the bottom of the 5A machine. Nathan Rahe in the 25A, up to the top. Side by side down the back chute into turn number 3. The BD5, Jimmy Martinez around once again with a white flag out. Now Eric Rahe takes over that second position down the front chute into 1. Good battle for 4th as well. Jason Langford and James Lee side by side out of turn number 2. Checkered flag going to be in the air this time by Roy Walker. Looks like he's going to take the win. Barring catastrophe. Yes, he does. Eric Rahe in second. Nathan Rahe third. And Jason Langford. Emod Heat race underway here at South Texas Speedway. Side by side into turn number 1. Looks like Barber going to lead the fields into turn 1. Out of turn number 2. Almost loses it on the exit. A good save by the young lady in the 19 machine. Brandon Skinner, last week's feature winner, hanging on to that second spot. There's a love tap from Tyler Gilpin. Oh, and there's another love tap from the 112 of Chris Dudley. Excuse me, sir, if you can please sit down right there in front of the, thank you very much. Scores can't see out the window. We got a pile up here on the front stretch. Looks like we've got 2 cars hung up. We are going to need a yellow. That is Tyler Gilpin. And they separate right about now, and we're back underway. And Brandon Skinner very sideways on the exit of turn number 4, coming to the green flag. Looks like Tyler Gilpin right underneath them in turns 1 and 2. Jenny Barber once again leads the field out of turn 2, down the back chute into 3. A good gap between herself and Brandon Skinner in the 2 car. There's another little love tap, and Tyler Gilpin is around in turn 3. Gilpin trying to refire the 21T machine, letting it roll back down into the infield. Not far enough, I don't think. We may... Oh, yep, we are going to get a yellow. Here into turn number 3, the green flag will come out. Barber stomps the loud pedal out of turn number 4. Leads the field back down into turn 1. Brandon Skinner right there on the bumper. A little bit sideways. There's a dry patch right there coming up off the bottom of turn number 2. You see the dust kick up, and the car gets a little bit sideways, and now Skinner's on the bottom in turn number 3. Looking to take the lead out of turn 4. Last week's feature winner does just that. He'll lead lap number 3. Into turn number 1. Once again, on the very bottom of the racetrack, you see the cars getting a little bit sideways. Right there is that dry patch we were talking about. Dust kicks up, and you see the cars lose balance just a little bit. There's another patch entering turn number 3. That's going to be tricky. These cars are heavy and slow, but as soon as that grip is gone, and just as I say that, Barber makes the move down the front chute into turn number 1. Retakes the lead from Skinner. Those two got a hot, heated battle contesting this lead here in your Bomber Heat race. About a car length between the two as they come into turn number 3. Barber very sideways off the exit of turn 4. Skinner not able to capitalize on the mistake as we just crossed the 2 to go. Barber hangs on to the lead out of turn number 2 down the back chute. About a car length and a half now between herself and Skinner. Skinner driving in a little bit harder into turn number 3, trying to close that gap. Skinner on the bottom of the racetrack. Barber about 2 lanes up off the bottom as the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Jenny Barber once again leading Brandon Skinner through turns 1 and 2. There's that dry patch once again. The car gets upset coming off the exit. She doesn't lose any momentum, though. Final time through 3 and 4, going to be side by side on the exit. Both cars very sideways. Who's it going to be? Oh, Skinner loses it with a right rear flag. Give the win to Jenny Barber in dramatic fashion, and poor Brandon Skinner did not cross the finish line, so second spot going to go to Chris Dudley. The field, 8 laps the distance. Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas going live with heat race number 1. Good start off the bottom for Groff in the 66 machine. Second spot right now, the 20-car Ryan Stoy gets a good run out of turn number 2 as they fly down the back chute into turn number 3. Closing the gap real quick, though, is Chris Silvas Jr. in the 86 machine there in third spot. Groff going to lead lap number 1. Second spot, still Ryan Stoy in the 20 machine from Hutto, Texas. That's up there near my neck of the woods. Makes a good run for it out of turn number 2. You see him tap the brakes there trying to avoid contact. These cars open wheel, as you can see. If you bump rubber, it's going to get crazy in a hurry. Stoy flying down the front chute in turn number 1. Groff on the bottom of the racetrack. Stoy about a lane up off the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Once again with a fantastic run out of turn 2 down the back chute up the outside this time. Ryan Stoy trying hard to take that lead away. Dwayne Groff going to hang on to it one more time. Not able to carry as much momentum as you might like out of turn number 4. Ryan Stoy in the 20 machine still in that second spot, about a car length or 2. Separate these guys now. Stoy with another good run out of turn number 2. Closes the gap again, about a car length between them as we exit turn 4 at halfway. 4 down, 4 to go. Stoy once again to the outside, entering into turn number 1, trying to use the banking to his advantage and dive down, use the momentum. Oh, we've got 2 together over in turn number 4. Looks like the caution will come out. That is the 50 machine of Jerry Book and the 84 of Sammy Silvas getting together on the green this time out of turn 4. Here we go, folks. Green flag's out. We're back underway. And Stoy, once again, with a great restart, trying to avoid contact as we come into turn number 1. Really having to get on the brakes. He's got a great run off the outside. Down the back chute into turn number 3. Looks like Stoy going to take the lead into turn 3. Going to drop back down and close the door on Dwayne Groff. Ryan Stoy out front with 3 laps to go. Dwayne Groff back to second spot. Third spot is the 86 of Chris Silvas Jr. Dad right there in the fourth spot in the 85. That's Chris Silvas Sr. 2 to go from flagman Kevin there on the flag stand. It's still Stoy from Hutto, Texas, out front in the 20 machine. Really putting the distance between himself and Dwayne Groff. He has laid the keys and checked out. Down the back, shooting to turn number 3, going to be coming to the white flag this time out of turn number 4. Ryan Stoy, the 20 machine, almost a straightaway advantage, which in these little cars is an eternity, let me tell you. Ryan Stoy gets a great run out of turn number 2. That 20 machine on a rail. Down the back chute into turn 3 for the final time. Was the leader, now the winner, a faceful, a checkered flag for Ryan Stoy, the 20 machine. Second spot going to be Dwayne Groff in the 66. Chris Silvas Jr. will be third. Chris Silvas Sr. will be fourth. The 50 machine of Jerry Book going to round out the top 5. And Sammy Silvas going to round us out in the 6th position. It's the distance. Heat race number 2 for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Going green here at South Texas Speedway. Good start for the 53 of Zach Zierfoss out of New Braunfels. He'll lead the field down into turn number 1. Looks sneaking by on the inside. Tyler Folkerts takes over that second spot. We got a good group going on. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the racetrack. 2 by 2 through turns 3 and 4. 53 machine of Folkerts. 53 machine of Zierfoss going to lead lap number 1. Folkerts, though, right there behind him, gets a good run out of turn number 2. Side by side, down the back chute into turn number 3 for third. That is the 99 of Gary Buchanan on the inside. Give him the position coming out of turn number 3, and Folkerts going to take the lead down the front chute. 2 laps in the book, 6 laps to go. Tyler Folkerts out of Below Test, now your leader in the 42 machine. Second spot is the 53 of Zach Zierfoss. Third spot, after starting dead last on the field, that is Gary Buchanan from Below Test, Texas. Fourth spot right now is the number 18 machine of Jerry Young. He's about to have his hands full with the 17 of Braden Becker from Taft. Becker looking to the inside, coming out of turn number 4. Not going to be able to make it happen this time by. But right there on the rear bumper, looks to the inside in turn number 1. Slides up the racetrack just a little bit. Meanwhile, your leader laid the keys on the front desk and checked out several laps ago. That's the 42 of Tyler Folkerts. Almost a straightaway advantage over second spot. Here comes the third car. That is Gary Buchanan in the 99. Looking to the inside of the 53 machine. That is your early leader, Zach Zierfoss. Looks like the 17 machine going to go around in turn number 2. That is Braden Becker. Braden gets it back underway right as the yellow flag comes out. Green flag back out. We're back underway with heat race number 2, and a great jump off the outside for the 99 of Gary Buchanan. Gary takes over the top spot going into turn number 1. Folkerts back to the runner-up position in the 42. Going to be coming to 2 to go this time by. Side by side for third through turn number 3. Looks like the 53 machine of Zierfoss going to hang on to it. 2 to go for your leader, Buchanan. Gary Buchanan in the 99 machine looking good through turns 1 and 2. A good run up off the bottom. Getting some good bite coming out of turn 2. A little bit loose through turns 3 and 4. And Folkerts closes the gap as the white flag comes out. Looks like Buchanan just much better off the exit. Folkerts, you can see, closes the gap coming in, but Buchanan with the power down off the exit stretches the lead out one more time down the back chute into 3. Folkerts with one more shot at it. Closes right up on the rear bumper, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Buchanan with the win. Folkerts will be second. Zierfoss will be third. The 17 machine of Braden Becker fourth. And rounding out the field in the 64, that will be Larry Carwin. Tonight at South Texas Speedway, green flag waves and they're off. Good start for all the cars side by side into turn number 1. Looks like the 12 machine of Dylan Coyne going to hang on to it. Gets a great run through the middle. Gaps the field by about 3 car lengths down the back chute into turn number 3. Coyne out of Bernie, Texas, going to lead lap number 1. Second spot, going to be the 25 of Dylan Budnick. Side by side. Oh, we've got one around at the top of turn number 1. Looks like the 6 car going to get it back underway. That's James Fitzgerald. Good job to James. Didn't go all the way around. Pretty good save, actually, keeping the car running like that. Got one washing wide. That's the 27 of Butch Havelka from Portland. Hangs on to that 4th spot. Your leader, still the 12 car of Dylan Coyne. He's got a heck of a battle shaping up behind him with the 25 machine of Dylan Budnick. And your back of the field starter, your last place starter, that's the 88 of Rusty Young. Rusty's picked up 2 spots and has closed the gap to second. Looking to the inside, he'll take that spot as well, coming out of turn number 2. Young, the man on the move here in the 3rd and final heat race for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Looking good out of turn number 4. Your leader, still Dylan Coyne from Bernie. That was 4 down, 4 to go. That's halfway right there. Rusty Young closing the gap quickly, though, in the 88 machine. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Driving in a little bit harder and a little bit higher than the 12 machine. Dylan Coyne slides wide coming out of turn number 4. You see the 88 machine much straighter off the exit. That means the car is going a little bit faster coming out. Not losing the momentum. Getting sideways like that. Now we got about a car length between the 2 of them. Dylan Coyne going to be coming to 2 to go this time by. Washes wide once again. Here comes Young up the inside. Takes the lead at the stripe. Rusty Young, your new leader in heat race number 3. Coyne battling back on the inside. Side by side of that turn number 2. Coyne with a great run off the bottom. Drives it in a little bit deeper. Washes Young up the racetrack. Young backs out of the throttle. White flag is in the air. Rusty Young once again playing catch-up. Runs Coyne down the front chute into turn number 1. Washes wide off the exit. Going to have a heck of a run through turns 3 and 4 to save it. Don't think it's going to happen. A great bonsai move by Dylan Coyne to regain the lead. He'll take the win in the 3rd and final heat race for the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. Young will be second. The 25 of Dylan Budnick was third. James Fitzgerald was fourth. And rounding out the field in the 27, that was Butch Havelka. Green flag, green is out, and we're underway. Lawrence Maklachek making a good run of things in the 87 machine. We are 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. That is Dustin Butcher on the bottom. Lawrence Maklachek takes over that third spot. Butcher back to fourth. Right now, your leader is the BD2 of Eddie Ross from Corpus Christi, Texas. Max Helms Jr. in the 174. Lawrence Maklachek third in the 87. Now Helms looks to the outside for the lead. Maklachek very sideways through 3 and 4. Butcher on the binders. Marcus Maklachek has taken over that fifth spot. And last week's feature winner, Ray Shulman, right there in sixth. Still Eddie Ross, your leader, with 2 laps down. 6 laps to go. Helms in the second spot, and now we're nearly side by side through turn number 3. We are now off the exit of turn 4, 3 wide out of turn number 4. Helms, Butcher, Maklachek putting on a show. We've got 2 cars around in turn 4. That's the 113 of Hector Aguirre and the 563 of James Lee. Lee going to take the scenic route through the infield. Will stay clean and will stay green halfway down. 4 down, 4 to go. Great battle for third, fourth, and fifth on the racetrack. We're 3 wide again through turns 1 and 2. Marcus Maklachek tucking back to the line, making double foul down the back chute. Side by side for third. That is Dustin Butcher on the bottom. Lawrence Maklachek up top. Butcher with the spot. He'll get around Helms too, I believe. Nope, Helms with the spot at the stripe for second. Dustin Butcher takes over that second spot now out of turn number 2. Helms back to third. We're 2 by 2 down the back chute with Marcus Maklachek, Max Helms, Ray Shulman, and Lawrence Maklachek. Lawrence getting the short end of that stick, going from 3rd to 7th on the racetrack. Your leader, Eddie Ross, coming into some lap traffic here in the BD2. Dustin Butcher in second spot. Third spot is Marcus Maklachek. Max Helms 4th, and Ray Shulman, last week's winner, rounds out the top 5. Looking to the very bottom of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. That is 2 to go for your leader, Eddie Ross in the BD2. Finally getting around the lap car of James Lee. Dustin Butcher hanging on to that second spot. Trying to get around James as well. The white flag going to be out for Ross this time by. Here it is. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go in heat race number 1. For the limited modifieds, Dustin Butcher in second spot, Marcus Maklachek third, Shulman now up to 4th, and Lawrence Maklachek rounds out the top 5. Down the back chute for the final time. Into turn number 3, 1 more shot at it for Dustin Butcher. Not going to be enough. Eddie Ross going to take the win in the BD2. Dustin Butcher second, Marcus Maklachek third, Ray Shulman 4th, and Lawrence Maklachek rounds out the top 5. Lucci Jr., Larry Jernigan, and Hector Aguirre, the field. Looks like David Shurick going to lead lap number 1. Hunter Flanagan getting right there in the mix with Chuck Perry. Perry back to second. Flanagan is third. Hudgens in 4th. Hudgens loose on the exit at turn number 2, but we're side by side for second. Hunter Flanagan driving the backup machine, if you can call it that tonight, takes the lead out of turn number 4. Going to be the leader at the stripe. David Shuri back to second. Flanagan, the man on the move, coming back with a vengeance after rolling it last week at I-37 Speedway. Totally destroying that car in a backup machine tonight. Gonna lead lap number 3 in heat race number 2. Shuri second, Perry third. We got a good battle for 4th. That is the BD3, I believe, of Greg Carlucci Jr. going at it with Caleb Hudgens. And here comes Stephen Whitaker Jr. Hudgens slow down the back chute. Jr. takes over the 5th spot. Stephen Whitaker Jr. taking over that 5th spot, trying to catch Greg Carlucci Jr. to take over 4th. Meanwhile, Hunter Flanagan walking the dog in heat race number 2, putting on a show out front by about a half a straightaway. Shuri still in second. Chuck Perry going crazy in third there, slinging it through turns 3 and 4 in the 115 machine. Greg Carlucci Jr. trying to get a nose underneath Perry through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Stephen Whitaker Jr. That's where the action is right now on the racetrack. Flanagan going to get the 2 to go this time by, but all eyes are on 3, 4, and 5 right now on the racetrack. Perry to the outside. Carlucci to the inside. Whitaker trying to find a door. We've got a car around. That's James Parks the third, looping it in turn number 4. Going to get it going. We stay clean and we stay green. All eyes back to the back chute. Coming to turn number 3. White flag out for Flanagan. Perry still second. No, excuse me. That's Shuri in second. Carlucci's gotten around. Whitaker's gotten around. Perry back to 5th with 1 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the racetrack at the same time in the same straightaway. Checkered flag going away for Hunter Flanagan. He'll take the win. Second spot going to be David Shurey. Then it's Greg Carlucci Jr., Stephen Whitaker Jr., and Chuck Perry rounding out the top 5. At Kingsville, 7 cars, the field, 8 laps the distance. Pure Stock Heat Race number 1. Going green right now. Great start off the bottom for Chuck Perry in the 115 machine. The same Ford-sponsored entry going to lead the field into turn number 1. Case Duncan there in that second spot. Third spot belongs to 73 of John Ramirez. 2 by 2 down the back chutes. 3 groups of 2 cars side by side down the back chute. We're still, we got big contact in the wall. That is the 7 car. Jesse Sandoval going for a wild ride down the front chute. Loses several spots, but stays in the gas. Here comes Jerry Walters. Gets around Jamie Deere. Tucks to the inside of the 73 of John Ramirez. Walters in the middle of the race car sandwich as we lose Jesse Sandoval. Nearly 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. Jerry Walters to the 3rd spot. Jerry Walters making a good move, taking over that 3rd position. Hunter Flanagan coming up from the back, takes over the 5th spot from the 73 of John Ramirez. Jamie Deere's there in 4th in the 15D. Meanwhile, Chuck Perry leading it by a long shot out front. Second spot is Case Duncan, and he's under fire right now from the man in the 127 from Corpus Christi, Texas. That is Jerry Walters. Halfway there, folks. 4 down, 4 to go. Walters looks to the inside once again in turns 3 and 4. And the 10 machine Duncan slides wide, and all the way around goes Case Duncan. Good job to everybody getting around him. We stay clean and we stay green. I tell you what, that was hairy right there for a second, but good job to everybody on the racetrack. Duncan with a right rear flat. His heat race is done, but Jerry Walters in that 2nd spot. Here comes Flanagan for 3rd. Flanagan and Jamie Deere got a good battle through 3 and 4. Deere with the position right now. Flanagan about a car length behind in the 4th spot. Your point leader, Johnny Westfall, in 5th. I tell you what, folks, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now, you could just about throw a blanket over them as they come down the back chute into turn 3. There's 2 to go for your leader, Chuck Perry. John Ramirez taking the scenic route through turn number 2. Everything's good to go. Here comes Flanagan on the inside for 4th. Flanagan underneath Jamie Deere, make that for 3rd. Side by side through turns 1 and 2. Jamie Deere on the outside. White flag going to be out this time by for Chuck Perry. Flanagan makes the move for 3rd, but gets loose coming out of turn number 4. Here comes Deere on the inside. That's the preferred line coming into turn number 1. Flanagan moves the car down, slams the door on Deere. Might have got a toe or 2. Checkered flag going to be out this time by Chuck Perry with the win in Pure Stock Heat Race number 1. 2nd spot going to go to Jerry Walters. 3rd spot, Hunter Flanagan. 4th spot, Jamie Deere. Rounding out the top 5 is the 9 car of Johnny Westfall. Transmissions to Jack Racing. Daniel Preston, last week's feature winner. Sean Ward in the 889. WW Bodies out of Corpus Christi, Texas. The 99 is Sierra Smith, and the 54S is TJ Sullivan. Green flag is flown. We're about halfway through lap number 1, and out front it is Megan Lesturgeon in the 28 machine. 3 wide through turn number 4. Oh, there's some contact between your feature winners earlier. Sean Ward in the 889 picked up night number 1. The 2nd night went to Daniel Preston in the 6 machine. Sean Ward right now, the man on the move. He's taking over that 3rd spot from Barry, or that 2nd spot, Barry Major. Gonna relinquish the position through turns 3 and 4. Ward to the 2nd spot. Here comes Preston on the inside as well. Major back to 4th. Megan Lesturgeon still out front, but she's about to have her hands full with Sean Ward, the 889, looking to the inside in turn number 3. Side by side, good driving by both of those drivers. Ward going to have the lead at the stripe this time. Lesturgeon back to 2nd. Preston is 3rd in the 6 car. Daniel Preston, though, just as I say that, looks to the inside out of turn number 2. Side by side, down the back chute for 2nd into turn number 3. Preston on the bottom, Lesturgeon up top. She'll relinquish the position. Oh, and she goes around. Lesturgeon is around. Everyone avoids. She gathered up the 33 of Barry Major, and that was a 38 of Joshua Sewell. Everybody stays moving. We will stay green. Good job to all those drivers hanging on to those race cars. Just a big cushion now for the first two cars. That is Sean Ward in the 889 and Daniel Preston in the 6. They've got a straightaway advantage between themselves and Barry Major in the 33. Major in that third spot, TJ Sullivan fourth in the 54S, and rounding out the top five right now is JC Paul in the 4J. That was 2 to go. Going to be the white flag this time by for your leader, Sean Ward in the 889 machine. Last week's feature winner, Daniel Preston, sitting in second spot. The two feature winners so far, 2017, 1 and 2 right now. Sean Ward picked up the opening night, got a straightaway advantage almost over Preston. Down the back chute into turn number 3. Looks like, barring catastrophe, this one's Ward's to lose. Absolutely. Checkered flag in the air. Sean Ward with the win. Daniel Preston with second spot. Third is anybody's guess going to be Barry Major. TJ Sullivan with fourth. And JC Paul rounds out the top five as LeSturgeon loops it in turn number 4. She'll gather it back up and finish the race. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of heat race action. We're going to be at intermission of Tony Blankenship. Green flag is out. We are underway. Limited late model feature here at South Texas Speedway. Hunter going to lead the field out of turn number 2. Looks like the second spot going to go to Awalt in the 17. Here comes Landon Farquhar in the 78 machine. Looking to the inside, going to clip both tractor tires. A little bit of a wild ride, probably some damage to the left front. Farquhar going to hang on to it and stay in it. We've got 3 cars stopping in the middle of turn number 1. We've got debris all over the racetrack in turns 1. All right, folks, 1 in the books, 19 to go. Green flag's back out. Gary Hunter going to lead him to the green. Landon Farquhar on the inside after taking out some of the tractor tires at the bottom of turn number 4. Hanging on to that second spot, but here comes Awalt up the outside. Adrian Awalt from Victoria, Texas in the 17 machine takes over that second spot down the back chute into 3. Ron Spray right there in the 42 machine. We are 3 wide out of turn number 4. Gary Hunter, Adrian Awalt, 1 and 2. Landon Farquhar in 3rd. Ron Spray 4th. And RC rounds out the top 5. Spray makes the move down the back chute into turn number 3. Gets around Farquhar for that 3rd spot. Ron Spray up to the 3rd position. Gary Hunter still your leader. We're 3 wide once again out of turn number 4. And Spray puts the 17 of Awalt into the wall. And there goes RC and Sean Klein. Are out. Green flag going to come out this time out of turn number 4. Gary Hunter going to lead him to it. There it is. We're back underway. Hunter leads the field back down into turn number 1. Here comes Sean Klein on the outside. Gets around Landon Farquhar for second. Farquhar battling back on the bottom of turn number 3. Hunter leads him through 3 and 4. Klein on the outside hanging on to that 3rd spot right now. Farquhar makes the move for second. Klein 3rd in the 11K. Maybe a little bit of a love tap for Landon Farquhar, and Farquhar goes around. Don't think. Going to lead him to the green one more time. Take 3 for the limited late model feature. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Hunter leads the field down to the bottom of turn number 1. Landon Farquhar, Tony Blankenship side by side through turns 1 and 2. That's for second spot. Give it to Blankenship right now as the field comes into turn number 3. Landon Farquhar on the very bottom of the racetrack might hit the tractor tires again. Gary Hunter going to lead lap number 4. Here comes Ron Spray in the 42 machine to take over that 3rd spot from Tony Blankenship. Now he gets around Farquhar for second. Farquhar through the infield. Taking the scenic route once again is the 78 machine. Gary Hunter going to lead lap number 4. Make that 5. Lap number 5. Ron Spray in second spot. Farquhar is 3rd. Sean Klein 4th. Blankenship 5th. Lynn Fox, Cheryl Gray, Bubba Ford round out the field. We're about to have a good race for the lead. Here comes Ron Spray to the outside. Gary Hunter in that 14 machine on the bottom of the racetrack. Right now, he's your leader. Spray with a good run off the outside of turn number 2. Drag race down the back chute into turn number 3. Spray up top, Hunter on the bottom. Looks like Gary Hunter going to hang on to it for the time being. 6 down, 14 to go. Bubba Ford setting up a donut shop down at the bottom of turn number 2. Looks like he's going to get the 98 machine back underway. Gary Hunter still your leader. Ron Spray. And now Landon Farquhar. It's a 3-car battle for the lead. Out of turn number 4. Hunter still out front. Spray still in second. Farquhar still third. 1, 2, 3, pretty much nose to tail, starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field. Sean Klein back there in fourth. Tony Blankenship is fifth. Almost 3 wide coming out of turn 4. Gary Hunter out front by himself. Ron Spray hanging on to that second spot. Farquhar trying desperately to take away the runner-up position. Landon Farquhar was your winner here opening night now. Sideways again through the infield. Landon Farquhar with his hands full with the 78 machine tonight. As we come to cross flags, 10 down, 10 to go for the limited late models at South Texas Speedway. Gary Hunter still your leader. Ron Spray in second spot. Bubba Ford slow out of turn number 4. Looks like he's going to turn the 98 machine down into the infield. His night is done. The fun meter pegs early as we are almost side by side at turn number 4. Ron Spray up top once again. Looks like Hunter just got the groove on the bottom, but here comes Spray. Just as I say that, a great run off the top of turn number 2. Down the back chute into 3. Hunter still on the bottom, going to hang on to the lead. 12 complete, 8 to go. Ron Spray way up top this time. Probably too far, not the run he's accustomed to coming out of turn number 2. But a good run, drives it deep into turn 3, nearly makes contact with Gary Hunter. About a half a car length between the two. Down the front chute into turn number 1. Gary Hunter still hanging on to that lead. Ron Spray in second spot. Closes the gap once again coming into turn number 3. Right on the bumper coming out of turn 4. Hunter stretches the lead to almost a half a car down the front chute. Landon Farquhar right there. Not real far behind, but far enough that he's probably not going to be a factor here anytime soon. Gary Hunter still your leader. If he had a rear view mirror, though, it would be full of white number 42 machine. Ron Spray trying every trick there is in the book to get around and take that lead. Hunter still with the point down the back chute into turn number 3. Looks like 15 complete. 5 to go. Make it 16 this time by. 4 laps left for Gary Hunter. Led it from the get-go through 3 takes at the initial start. Cheryl Gray is slow off the front chute. She's going to pull the BD1 machine down into the second spot. Landon Farquhar there in third. Gary Hunter got to hold him off for 4 more laps. Green flag is out. We're underway. Not really single foul, but it looks like we're going to go with it. And there goes Spray to the outside with a great run off the outside of turn number 2. He'll take the lead down the back chute into 3. Gary Hunter back to that second spot. Landon Farquhar's third. Here comes Farquhar up the inside in the 78 car to take over the second spot. Landon Farquhar to second. Gary Hunter looks like maybe some issues with the 14 machine as Sean Klein gets around as well. Ron Spray coming to 2 to go this time by. Landon Farquhar very loose through the middle of turns 3 and 4. Sean Klein trying to get underneath him and take over that second spot. Spray a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field into turn number 3. Going to be the white flag this time in the air. Ron Spray, 1 more lap to go around South Texas Speedway. Landon Farquhar in that second spot. Sean Klein is third. Down the back chute for the final time into turn number 3. Out of turn 4 was the leader. Now the winner, a face full of checkered flag for the 42 of Ron Spray. Second spot going to be Landon Farquhar. Third will be Sean Klein. Gary Hunter fourth. And Lynn Fox rounds out the top 5. For Ron, we're going to make this as quick as we can, I bet, because she is hot. climbing out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. A 42 Spray taking the win here tonight. Ron, first of all, congratulations, brother. Good run tonight.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back to South Texas. We've been running I-37. We're going to try to make it here a few times this year. We got some late model stuff coming later this summer. So we're just kind of going to different racetracks right now.
Absolutely, brother. Good to have you out here with us tonight. Looks like she got a little hot under the collar there towards the end.
Yeah, I don't know if this first place money is going to pay for this Cook motor or not.
The trophy feels nice, though. You got to win. You're down here in Samesport Victory Lane talking to all these good people at South Texas Speedway. Anybody you want to thank on the race car?
Yeah, I want to thank Fossil Fuel Motorsports, Rusty Ray, Victoria Auto Auction, Counterstone, and then all the guys I help out with, and just thank the fans for coming out and watching us.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, make some noise for Ron Spray, the 42 machine, taking the win here tonight in the limited late model division. That's Derek Gonzalez, and opening night, last week's feature winner, Jimmy Martinez in the BD5. The green flag is out. We are underway. And a great start for that front row, but we are 3 wide, 2 rows deep coming into turn number 1. Looks like Jason Langford. Problems from the get-go. The 88W falls all the way to the back of the field. And I bet you Jason going to make the hard right turn off the speedway. Meanwhile, Roy Walker going to lead lap number 1. Looks like Choppa in the second spot. James Lee is third. Now in the 563, looking to the inside, down the back chute into turn number 3. Oh, and Roy Walker loses it all by himself in turn number 4. A good bit of driving there by Roy. Quick thinking to get it down to the infield so we can stay green. Tough break for Roy, leading the race. Loses it by himself in turn number 3. Parks it down into the infield. We're not going to go yellow. We're going to stay green. Roy going to rejoin the field. Your leader going to be Sam Choppa. We just went 3 wide through turn number 3. Zachary Calhoun to second spot. Picks up 2 spots through 3 and 4. Crystal Smith, third in the 17 machine. The 563's James Lee. That's fourth. A good battle for fifth. We've got another leader making a mistake. Sam Choppa slides wide coming out of turn number 2. That's going to give a lead to Zachary Calhoun. The 22 driver going to take the lead. He'll lead lap number 4. Choppa second. Smith is third. Fourth is the 563 of James Lee. And fifth by a nose was the Z76 of Zach Courtney. Smith makes the move for second. Gets around Sam Choppa. Choppa back to third. James Lee still fourth. Looks like Nathan Rahi trying to get... Oh, nope, excuse me. That's Eric in the 5 car. Trying to get underneath Zach Courtney in the Z76. Calhoun still your leader. Good battle. The one on the racetrack right now for fifth. We got a good battle shaping up for third as well with James Lee underneath. Oh, and your second place car, Crystal Smith, all the way around. Loses it in the bottom of turn number 4. Drops well back in the field. Tough break for the young lady in the 17 machine. That's going to put James Lee third. Zach Courtney now looks to the outside. Down the back chute into turn 3. Trying to take over that third position. Courtney a little bit sideways on the exit. Can't make the move. Hangs on to fourth. Zach Calhoun still your leader. About a half straightaway advantage right now in the 22 machine. Oh, and right through the middle, Choppa gets really tight. Loses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. Was running second, now 8th on the racetrack. Tough break for Sam Choppa. Make it 5 spots, so 7th on the racetrack, but still not where you want to be when you're running second. That's going to shuffle things up behind Zach Calhoun once again. Zachary Calhoun out front by a straightaway over James Lee. Then it's Zach Courtney, Eric Rahi, and Nathan Rahi round out the top 5. Eric underneath for that third spot. He'll take it out of turn number 2. Eric Rahi to third. Zachary Courtney back to fourth. Your leader, meanwhile, still Zachary Calhoun by still about a half a straightaway over James Lee in the 563. Third spot belongs to Eric Rahi. Fourth is still Zach Courtney. Fifth, rounding out the top 5, that is Nathan Rahi in the 25R. Jimmy Martinez up to 6th after starting dead last in this feature for the Emods. Martinez making it look easy coming up through the field. The 21 machine to Bill Dunker leaving the Speedway. Hard right turn for Bill. The fun meter pegs early. We're 12 laps in. Zach Calhoun still out front. Still James Lee in second spot. Third spot still belongs to Eric Rahi. Zachary Courtney. Zachary Courtney still in that fourth spot. Fifth spot still rounded out with Nathan Rahi. Last week's feature winner, Jimmy Martinez. Right now sitting in the sixth position. Got a yellow on the racetrack. That's the 36G of Gilbert. Green flag's back out. We're back underway. Zachary Calhoun leads the field into turn number 1. Looks like Nathan Rahi got a great start. Gets around Zach Courtney and James Lee. He's up to third. Brother Eric sitting in that second spot. Here comes Lee on the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Trying to take over that third spot. Take it back. Here comes Martinez. Jimmy Martinez cracking the top 5. He's on a charge to the front. There's another spot going into turn number 1. Martinez side by side with James Lee through turns 1 and 2. Lee on the outside of the racetrack coming into turn number 3. Martinez with the preferred line. Your leader, Zachary Calhoun, really sideways out of turn number 4, excuse me. That just let Eric Rahi close the gap. We're nearly bumper to bumper, less than a car length between the two, and then Nathan Rahi right there behind in third. Jimmy Martinez is now fourth. Fifth spot belongs to James Lee. Zach Courtney backpedaling after the restart. Contact between Roy Walker and Sam Chapa. Both of those cars go around in turn number 3. Yellow. Zachary Calhoun going to lead him to the green flag. Eric Rahi right behind in the 5A. Nathan Rahi third of the 25R. Fourth spot belongs to last week's feature winner, Jimmy Martinez. Here comes Eric Rahi underneath out of turn number 2. We're nearly 3 wide through turn number 2 again. That's McWhorter. Do it in battle with James Lee and Crystal Smith. 1, 2, 3, 4, nearly bunching them up right there in turn number 4. We're 3 wide to get off the exit of turn number 4. Things getting crazy here in the closing stages of the Emod feature. It's still Zachary Calhoun out front in the 22. Second spot still belongs to Eric Rahi in the 5A. Nathan Rahi, the 25R, is still third. Last week's feature winner, Jimmy Martinez. In the fourth spot, Crystal Smith is fifth. Dwayne McWhorter, Zach Courtney, 6th and 7th on the racetrack. Then it's James Lee, Roy Walker rounding out the top 9. And the 117 of Derek Gonzalez as we come to 2 to go. Oh, and that is... Oh, there's a lick. That looks like the 17 of Crystal Smith, the 117 of Derek Gonzalez. Number 4. 3 laps to go. Zachary Calhoun still atop it. Eric Rahi right there in second spot. Nathan Rahi in third. Down into turn number 1. Ooh, a little bit of contact there between Jimmy Martinez and Nathan Rahi. Martinez gathers it back up, stabs the throttle, and down the back chute we go into turn number 3. 2 to go this time by for your leader, Zachary Calhoun in the 22 machine. Eric Rahi right there behind him in second spot. Nathan Rahi still third. Jimmy Martinez is still fourth. Zach Courtney rounds out the top 5. Coming into turn number 3, going to be the white flag in the air this time by. Calhoun a little bit loose on the exit. Hangs onto the position, though. Eric Rahi unable to close the gap and take the lead away. Down the back chute for the final time into turn number 3. Steering at the checkered flag, Zachary Calhoun with the win. Eric Rahi second. Nathan Rahi third. Jimmy Martinez in that fourth spot. Zach Courtney rounds out the top 5. Tonight, down here in Sames Ford Victory Lane, the window net comes down. The young man climbing out of the race car. Make some noise one more time, ladies and gentlemen, out of the race car. Zachary Calhoun with the win. Good job, brother.
I'd just like to thank my dad, Mark Calhoun, Daryl and Laura Prosek for all the work they do. I wouldn't be out here without them.
So, long caution, does it make you a little bit nervous? You held on to, let's look at these people, man. They're giving, did it make you nervous anything at all? Did you know who was behind you? You had both the Rahi boys right there behind you, right? Just like nose to tail.
I was starting to wonder what was taking so long. I'm just glad it's over.
Absolutely, man. Anybody you want to thank on the race car?
Again, just Marlin Works Inc., my parents, Daryl and Laura Prosek, all my sponsors, and everyone for coming out tonight.
Good job, brother. One more time, folks. Zach Calhoun taking the win. Going green this time out of turn number 4. 12 laps the distance. 6 cars the field in your bomber feature. Barber leads the field down into turn number 1. Looks like Skinner right there behind her in the 2-car. Tyler Gilpin on the outside there doing battle with Dudley in the 112. Looks like Dudley going to make the move down the back chute into turn number 3. Tyler Gilpin right there on the rear bumper of Dudley. Dudley putting the power to the floor. Out of turn number 4, gets nearly goes all the way around. We got a good battle shaping up for the top spot. That is your heat race winner, Jenny Barber, leading it right now. Skinner in second spot. About a half a car between the two as we come into turn number 3. Looks like we've got a pass for 4th on the racetrack. Kenneth Vincent getting around Tyler Gilpin for that 4th spot. And here comes the other Vincent, that's Harold Vincent on the inside, gets into the back of Gilpin and goes around. Tyler Gilpin gets it back underway. We're going to stay clean and stay green. Good job to Tyler in the 21T. Meanwhile, Barber still out front. Skinner in second. Dudley is third. The Vincents run 4th and 5th. That's Kenneth in 4th. Harold in 5th. Tyler Gilpin rounding us out in 6th. Lap number 4 in the books. It's still Barber out front. About a half a straightaway between herself and Brandon Skinner. And we've got Kenneth Vincent around in turn number 3. A lot of smoke out of the hood. Let's see if the 18 machine fires back up. Not sure that's going to happen. Trying. I see a window net down. Yellow on the racetrack. Looks like we've got a fire under the hood. Green flag is out. Looks like Jenny Barber going to lead them to it. Brandon Skinner in second spot. Tyler Gilpin makes the move, though. Takes over that 3rd position. Chris Dudley and Harold Vincent with a great side-by-side race for 4th. Six laps complete. That was halfway, folks. 6 down, 6 to go. Jenny Barber going to lead with the stripe. She's still out front in that 1st position in the 19 machine. Brandon Skinner sitting in the 2nd spot. Tyler Gilpin right there in 3rd, though. Closes the gap coming into turn number 3. Out of 4, Skinner just has a bit better exit. Puts about a car length between himself and Gilpin in that 21T machine. Negotiating lap number 7. Going to complete it this time by at the stripe. Still no change in your running order. Gilpin once again looking to the inside of last week's feature winner, Brandon Skinner. Gilpin again with a look to the inside through turn number 1. Had to think better of it coming out of turn number 2. Chris Dudley and Harold Vincent get together down the back chute. Vincent's all the way around.
46, get it going.
And looks like Tyler Gilpin and Brandon Skinner get together. Skinner keeps it pointed in the right direction. Jenny Barber going to take it right here. Chris Dudley behind her. Got 4 chances to make the move. Doesn't look like it's going to be a promising start here for Dudley. About 2 car lengths between himself and Barber as they exit turn number 2, head down the back chute into 3. White flag going to be in the air this time by for Jenny Barber, who comes in a little bit lower than normal that time as the white flag's in the air. Barber through turns 1 and 2 for the final time down the backstretch into turn number 3. Gonna be staring squarely at the checkered flag this time by Jenny Barber. Gonna take the win. Dudley gonna be second. Climbing out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for Jenny Barber driving the number 19 machine tonight. First of all, good job, girl. Way to go.
Thank you.
Just put it on the floor and don't ever worry about anything else, right?
Right.
Felt good out there. It looked pretty good.
It felt really good.
Well, yeah, you parked it here in Sames Ford Victory Lane. Doesn't get any better than this. Who you want to thank on the race car?
Mainly my dad and all my friends for coming out and supporting me, and my friend Ashley. Mainly all those people. Just.
All right. That's a good group of folks, it sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time for Jenny. Good job, girl. Congratulations. Coming up next, like we said, got the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas coming out for their lineup in just a moment. Looks like inside that second row is the 86 of Chris Silvas Jr. from right here in Corpus Christi. Starting alongside him is dear old dad, Chris Silvas Sr. from Corpus Christi. Green flag is out. We are underway, and they're 4 wide down the front stretch going into turn number 1. And just like we saw in the heat race, the 20 car Ryan Stoy flying down the back chute into turn number 3, jumping out to that lead, taking it out of turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Second spot is the 66 of Dwayne Groff. And they're about 3 and 4 wide through turns 1 and 2. Third spot right now looks to be the 86 of Chris Silvas Jr. And then it's a good 3 wide battle in the turn number 3. On the very bottom of the racetrack, that's the 99 of Gary Buchanan from Elotes, Texas. Outside of him, that's the 8. Oh, Gary has taken over the third spot from Silvas. Chris Silvas Jr. back to 4th. Here comes the 12 car of Dylan Coyne from Bernie. Silvas back to 5th. Meanwhile, your leader has laid the keys on the front desk and checked out. That is Ryan Stoy in the 20 machine. And it's a long way back to the good battle for second spot there. The 66 machine of Groff still hanging on to it. Buchanan there. We got a yellow out on the front stretch. That is Sammy Silvas in number 4. 3 laps complete. Dwayne Groff there in second spot. Gary Buchanan third. There's the green flag. We are back underway. Ryan Stoy, not as good a start as he might have wanted. Gary Buchanan trying to get around Groff and get back down in the bottom line and take over that second spot. Groff right now with the position out of turn number 2 down the back chute into turn 3. Here comes Buchanan on the outside. Gary Buchanan side by side with Dwayne Groff for second. Nearly 3 wide. We are 3 wide. 3, 4, and 5. 3 wide coming into turn number 1. Nearly 4 wide. That is some bumping and racing going on right there. Your leader, Ryan Stoy, checking out once again. Buchanan is now second. Looks like Silvas Jr., that's Chris Silvas Jr., outside in the 86 machine. Trying to pick off a few positions as we got a good group of 5 cars. 2 wide by 3 wide. Third spot now belongs to 12 machine of Dylan Coyne and a Bernie. Dwayne Groff back to 4th. Fifth spot is now the 6th machine of James Fitzgerald. James has worked his way up from about the middle of the field. Into that 5th position, Ryan Stoy still way out front. Probably 6 car lengths separate himself between himself and Gary Buchanan. Buchanan, though, closing that gap slowly but surely every lap. Looks like the bottom of 3 and 4 being really good to the 99 machine right now. A good group of 4 cars. That looks like 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the racetrack right now. Just nose to tail, side by side. These things are so small, they can put them pretty much wherever they want them on this racetrack, and it makes for very exciting racing. Still Stoy out front in the 20 machine. Buchanan closing that gap. We're about to come into some lap traffic, looks like, here pretty soon. Your leader's closing in on the 84 of Sammy Silvas pretty quickly. Stoy slides wide, coming out of 4. Buchanan closes the gap now to about 2 car lengths. Gary Buchanan right there, the driver coming to you from Elotes, Texas, closing in on the young man from Hutto, Ryan Stoy. Drags it back out a little bit down the back chute into turn number 3, but here comes Buchanan right through the middle of the car, is much, much faster and closes that gap towards the exit. Third spot still Dylan Coyne out of Bernie in the 12 machine. Fourth spot still belongs to Fitzgerald in the 6 car. The 5th position now belongs to Tyler Folker, 20-year heat race winners in the 42 car. The leaders once again starting to catch up to some back markers. That looks like the 50 machine of Jerry Book from right here in Corpus Christi. A lot of these guys, local drivers, Putting on a good show. The Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas looks like book. Going to give your leaders plenty of room. Good driving by Jerry in the 50 car. It's still Stoy out front. Buchanan in second spot. Third spot still belongs to Dylan Coyne in the 12 machine. Fourth is still Fitzgerald in the 6. Rounding out the top 5, that is Folkerts in the 42. Your leaders now about to put Chris Silva Sr. a lap down. Silvas Jr. was one of your front runners early on, has suffered some problems and drawn way well back in the field. Your leader, Ryan Stoy, now negotiating with the 64 machine of Larry Carwin. Carwin had some serious camber issues earlier on in the heat race. Had a right front that was seriously cammed over. Looks like your leader's going to put him a lap down as well. Gary Buchanan not letting Stoy out of his sight. We got a little bit of a smoke from one of the cars in the middle of the field. Looks like possibly the 53. Smoking just a little bit down the front chute. Boy, Ryan Stoy just slicing and dicing through these lap cars, really just holding his own through the field. Stoy still your leader through turns 1 and 2. Buchanan in second spot. Third spot is not the 86. That's a lap car there. The third spot but still belongs to 12 car of Dylan Coyne. Looks like the 27 machine of Butch Havelka taking a little bit of a scenic route there through the infield. Stoy still your leader. Buchanan still in second spot. Third spot still belongs to the 12 car, but it's about to be a battle between Coyne and Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald there in the 6 machine has closed that gap through the lap traffic. And rounding out the top 5, still the 42, is Tyler Folkerts. Stoy just booking it down the back, shooting the turn number 3. That orange number 20 machine has had no trouble for many of his competitors so far. Buchanan there in the 99, not letting him get away. Got him within sight. It looks like Fitzgerald now in the 6 machine, making the move for third around Dylan Coyne. Yeah. James Fitzgerald takes that third spot down the back chute into turn number 3. Your leader's in heavy lap traffic right now. Ryan Stoy going to be looking to the inside of the 53 machine here in just a moment. That is Zach Zierfoss. Stoy dives down to the bottom out of turn number 4. He'll put a lap on Zierfoss. Here comes Gary Buchanan, though. Once again, that gap is about 2 to 3 car lengths. Buchanan right there on in sight, within striking distance, I would say. Trying to create an opportunity to make the pass. Laps winding down. That was 2 to go, I do believe. And right now, there's Gary Buchanan. 1 car length between the 2. Buchanan right there on the bumper coming into turn number 3. This could get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Should be coming to the white flag this time out of 4. Nope, there's 2 to go right there. So, 4 chances for Gary Buchanan in the 99 machine to make this happen here in the closing stages of the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. White flag this time out of turn number 4 for Ryan Stoy, the young man from Hutto. Putting on a show here tonight in the Dwarf Car division. Down the back chute for the final time. Held his own through lap traffic. Gary Buchanan just didn't have the shot. Checkered flag gonna be in the air. Ryan Stoy with the win, ladies and gentlemen. Buchanan comes across in second. I believe it was Fitzgerald for third. Coyne for fourth. And Folkert's rounding out the top 5 in the 42 machine. Boy! I'll give you a second, brother. Take the helmet off. There it is, man. Good job, brother. Just about flag to flag, man. This thing was on a rail. Was that as fun to drive as it was for me to watch?
It was scary. This track is a little rough today. I'm just happy to be out here. Thank you for my sponsors, The Mechanic, for getting me out here. Thing was on rails, you're right.
Yeah.
I had that 99 car right behind me. Saw him in my rear view the whole time, but I don't think he had enough, so I'm just glad to be here. Thank
Gary was coming, man. The lap traffic kept things interesting. We appreciate y'all being here with us. You put on a hell of a show, brother. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Ryan Stoy. Looks like Max Helm Jr. to the outside of the 174. The green flag is out. We're underway. And it looks like David Shurey going to lead the field down the back chute into turn number 1. Looks like 2 cars around over in turn number 1. We're going to keep them going. We're going to stay clean and stay green. Hunter Flanagan leads lap number 1. Shurey in second. Lawrence Maklachek is third. Stephen Whitaker Jr. fourth. Chuck Perry rounds out the top 5. We've got a yellow on the Speedway. Ray Shulman, Greg Carlucci Jr. All kinds of mayhem. 1 in the books, 19 to go. Let's see if he can hang on to it. Your first class towing race on Texas limited modified feature going live once again out of turn number 4. Flanagan leads the field down into turn number 1. Lawrence Maklachek, though, with a great run off the top of turn 2. He'll lead him into turn number 3. Flanagan battling back on the bottom, trying to hang on to that lead. He'll do it. Leads lap number 2. Maklachek second. Shurey is third. Whitaker's up to 4th, and Chuck Perry rounds out the top 5. Caution on the flag on the Speedway again. We've got the 23, the 25, and the 18. First class towing race on Texas limited modified feature. Take 3. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Flanagan leads the field back down into turn number 1. Lawrence Maklachek looking to the outside, coming off of turn 2. Dave Shurey hangs on to that 3rd spot. We are side by side for 4th. Here comes Maklachek up the outside. Hunter Flanagan 1 week ago trashed a car at I-37 Speedway, looking to take the win here tonight, but Lawrence Maklachek, the wily veteran in the 87 machine, looking to the outside at a turn number 2. Maklachek with a good run off the top side of the racetrack. Looks again to take the lead coming into 3, I believe. Got a little bit of a nose, but here comes Flanagan just good right to the middle of the corner. Gonna lead the next lap. Maklachek is second. Shurey third. Whitaker fourth. And we got a good battle for 5th with Dustin Butcher taking the position from Chuck Perry. Perry back to 6th. Side by side for 3rd coming into turn number 3. Maklachek looks to cross. Oh, we got a big pile up on the backstretch. Big pile up on the backside of the Speedway. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. 4 laps down, 16 to go. Hunter Flanagan leads the field into turn number 1. Lawrence Maklachek trying something up off the bottom of the racetrack. The 87 machine gets a little bit loose, and Lawrence loses about a length and a half to Hunter Flanagan. Flanagan really good right to the middle. Everybody just diving down almost off the racetrack through the middle of turns 3 and 4. Here comes David Shurey to take over that 2nd spot from Maklachek. There's a little bit of rubbing his racing going on right through turns 1 and 2. That was good stuff right there. Here comes Whitaker. Stephen Whitaker Jr. looking to snag a win here in 2017 at South Texas Speedway. Hasn't done it either race so far. Gets around Lawrence Maklachek for that 3rd spot. We've got one around in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Gonna get another yellow on the racetrack. Number 4, we'll be going back green flag racing. Hunter Flanagan from Kingsville, Texas. Gonna lead them to it in the 57 machine. There's the green. We're back underway. Flanagan leads him down into turn number 1. David Shurey in 2nd spot. Stephen Whitaker Jr. cracking that top 3 in the 89C. Once again, like I said, looking for that first W here at South Texas Speedway in 2017. Lawrence Maklachek there in 4th. Dustin Butcher rounds out the top 5. Got another one around in turn number 4. That's the 63 machine. Looks like we're going to keep it moving. We stay clean and we stay green. Trying to find something on the very, very bottom of the racetrack is Whitaker through turns 3 and 4. We got another one around in turn number 4. That is the 25 machine. Once again, staying clean, staying green. 63 machine leaves the speedway. Stephen Whitaker Jr., Lawrence Maklachek, David Shuri. It looks like the rest of the field like off the racetrack, dipping that left front tire down into the infield, actually. That's how far down on the bottom of the racetrack we are. 25 leaving the speedway. His night is done. The fun meter pegs early in the 25 machine. Here comes Whitaker once again trying to get under Shuri for that second spot. This is just letting Hunter Flanagan run roughshod over the rest of the racetrack right now. Lawrence Maklachek about to give up the ghost. A big puff of smoke out of the 87 machine. Let's see what happens coming into 3. Yep, still blue smoke. Not good. Because that is oil. Could be from the headers, could be from the rear end. Not a good sign. The 87 machine a little bit slower this lap. That one probably about to give up the ghost in the next few laps. Keep your eyes on the Mattress Firm sponsored entry, the 87 machine in 4th spot. Still Flanagan out front. Shuri in 2nd spot. Whitaker in 3rd. Stephen Whitaker Jr. trying to get the right front tire up underneath David Shuri. Maybe not necessarily spin him out, but definitely kind of get him out of the way and find that bottom lane. One groove around the bottom right here. Oh, there goes Whitaker. Shuri makes the mistake. Whitaker gets around for that 2nd spot. Shuri might have a problem. Something wrong with the 38 machine, possibly a tire going low. Not sure. That thing a handful right now as Maklachek gets around for 3rd. Stephen Whitaker Jr. now in 2nd spot, closing the gap quickly on Hunter Flanagan. Flanagan had an easy run of it with Shuri hanging there. Those 3 guys running together. Whitaker gets around. We're closing that gap real quick. David Shuri trying to catch up there in 4th. A gap opening up between he and Lawrence Maklachek. And Hunter Flanagan about to have his hands full with Stephen Whitaker Jr. Flanagan trying to keep the 57 machine glued to the bottom of the racetrack. That's where you gotta be right now. Can do it in 1 and 2 pretty easily, but look right here in the middle of 3. The car just pushes up off the bottom, especially on the exit. The car a wee bit tight coming in and just pushes up the racetrack. Whitaker with the wheel under that time through turns 1 and 2. Flanagan hangs on to it. Going to be coming to 2 to go this time by, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting racing right here at South Texas Speedway. Flanagan, once again, one mistake. Up off the bottom. Here's Whitaker with the wheel underneath. Once again through 1 and 2. Flanagan up off the bottom, slams the door, catches the toes of Stephen Whitaker Jr. Whitaker underneath once again coming into turn number 3. The white flag going to be out this time by. White flag for Hunter Flanagan, the 57 machine. 1 more lap to go for the limited modifieds here at South Texas Speedway. Whitaker underneath again, can't get it done out of 2. Down the back chute for the final time. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Hunter Flanagan gonna get the win at South Texas Speedway. Stephen Whitaker Jr. in 2nd spot. David Shuri is 3rd. Butcher 4th. And Chuck Perry rounds out the top 5. We're going to have to do this with a motor on, ain't we, buddy?
Can I hear you what?
Yeah, exactly. You can't hear me. It looked good out there, man. You got to get it on the bottom, and you got it done. Stevie was right there behind you those last couple of laps, but you got it in. You got that W, Betty. How's it feel?
Yeah, I think he could have got me, but he just let me go, I think, because he bumped me once, and I didn't know what he did.
Oh, I saw the little nudge through 1 and 2. It got pretty close there a couple of times, but you held him off, and you got anybody you want to thank. You had a rough weekend last week. Roll one over at 37. Now you're here in Victory Lane. How's that feel?
Yeah, I got to thank my dad for getting this car back out here. This is last minute. We've got it done tonight, so got to thank H Transmission, Miata Construction, First Class Towing, Flanagan's Muffler Shop, and Industrial Door, and Johnny's Jerky. And that's about it.
All right, man. Hunter Flanagan, one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for the young man from Kingsville. Jerry Walters outside of row number 2. Green flag's out, and we're underway. And right off the get-go, a little bit of bump and run. That is LeSturgeon in the 28 machine. Going to have to go yellow on that one, ladies. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Chuck Perry leads him to it. Jamie Deere, Daniel Preston, side by side through turns 1 and 2. Jerry Walters in that 4th spot in the 127. Opening night feature winner, Sean Ward in the 889, rounds out the top 5. Here comes your point leader, though, Johnny Westfall in the 9 car. Sitting in that 6th position, Ward getting underneath Preston for 4th. Sean Ward to 4th, Daniel Preston back to 5th. We've got a good battle there for 6th. That is the 54S of TJ Sullivan. Looking to the outside. Here comes Hunter Flanagan on the inside, trying to get around Johnny Westfall. Flanagan just winning the limited modified feature a few moments ago. Pulling double duty tonight here at South Texas Speedway. Chuck Perry as well pulling double duty in the limited modified and pure stock divisions. Jerry Walters pretty much pushing Jamie Deere down the front stretch. Those guys literally nose to tail. Walters now to the inside in turns 1 and 2. Definitely the preferred line on that end of the racetrack. You can run about a lane off the bottom. Oh, Sean Ward and Deere make some contact in turn number 3. And Preston is all the way around, and there goes Westfall and Flanagan. Thank you so much for joining us. Green flag's back out. We're back underway. Perry leads the field back down into turn number 1. Jamie Deere in that 2nd spot. Here comes Sean Ward. Got a good start that time. Is underneath Jerry Walters for 3rd. LeSturgeon in the 28 machine. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. 3 laps complete. 17 to go. Deere leads the field in the bottom of turn number 1. Jerry Walters right there behind him in the 127 machine. Sean Ward battling hard for that 2nd spot. He's hanging out to dry and 1 lane up off the bottom in 3rd. Here comes Westfall, though, your points leader. Trying to get underneath Sean Ward and take over that 3rd position. Jamie Deere still leading it. Jerry Walters coming in about 1 lane up off the bottom, trying to sneak down to the very bottom of turn number 4, as is Sean Ward. Johnny Westfall in that 4th spot. TJ Sullivan hangs on to that top 5 position. Megan LeSturgeon setting up a donut shop at the exit of turn number 4. Down the back chute once again. Looks like TJ Sullivan this time with a good run on Johnny Westfall into turn number 3. Westfall trying to slam the door. Sean Ward a little bit sideways. Nearly collects Jerry Walters. Here comes Westfall. Trying to take over that 3rd position from Sean Ward. Megan LeSturgeon leaving the Speedway in the 28 machine. Her night is done. Takes it back to the pit area. Once again, still Jamie Deere out front. Jerry Walters in that second spot. Third spot still belongs to Sean Ward after getting around Johnny Westfall. Westfall got his hands full right now with TJ Sullivan. That's the battle for fourth. We've got the 73 around. That's John Ramirez. Ramirez is going to give the go-kart track a try in the 73 cart. Should be the halfway mark this time by 10 down, 10 to go for your leader, Jamie Deere. Wow, big-time contact between Jerry Walters and Sean Graham. Both of those guys able to hang on to it. That's some hard racing right there for second spot. That's the group on the racetrack right now. 1, 2, 3. There's a shot in the shorts from Walters. A little bit of a love tap to Sean Graham through turns 1 and 2. Excuse me, that's Jamie Deere taking the shot. Here comes Graham on the bottom. Walters hangs it out to dry. 1 lane too high. Here comes Sean. A little bit of contact there between Sean Ward and Jerry Walters. Both guys able to hang on to it. Wow, once again, just dipping off down into the infield almost, right through the middle of turns 3 and 4. We are down to the bottom of the racetrack tonight here at South Texas Speedway. Whatever works. It seems to be the good way around the racetrack tonight. Sierra Smith, 1 lane too high, going to loop it in turn number 4. We split her like Moses. There's a yellow on the racetrack. Good driving by the top 3 guys and everybody else behind. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Jamie Deere leads him to it. 12 complete, 8 to go here in the Pure Stock main event. ProFab and Green & Go Cabs, your sponsor for the Pure Stock division tonight. And Sean Ward with a look to the inside of Walters into turn number 3. Walters trying to go around Jamie Deere. We are almost 3 wide coming into turn number 4. It's almost like they want to beat one another. Back to the checkered flag. Ward once again to the inside. Now it's to the inside of Jamie Deere for the lead. Ward gets the car to rotate. A great exit off the bottom of turn number 4, but it's not going to be enough. Johnny Westfall and TJ Sullivan getting together as well, coming into turn number 1. Jerry Walters back to third spot. The gap starts to open up. Jamie Deere and Sean Graham. Deere 1 lane up off the bottom. Maybe a little bit of a love tap. Deere hangs on to it. Good driving by your leader. Oh, and there goes Daniel Preston. That was the 7 of Jesse Sandoval going around Preston with nowhere to go. 14 down, 6 to go. Jamie Deere, Sean Ward, Jerry Walters, Johnny Westfall, TJ Sullivan, the top 5. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Once again, nose to tail right down around the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Here comes Ward to the inside, a wheel inside your leader, Jamie Deere. Little bit of rubbing, little bit of bumping, little bit of grinding. I don't see much wrong with it because it's good racing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Ward definitely leaning on Deere just a little bit, going to make the move. We got a big pile up coming out of 4. Looks like everybody keeps it rolling. We're going to stay green. Sean Ward, your new leader. There's a big-time shot in the shorts. Jerry Walters never even slowing down. Walter, 15 laps complete, 5 laps to go this time out. Green flag gun away. We're back underway. Sean Ward leads the field down the back chute. Already opened up about a 3-car length gap between himself and Johnny Westfall as they come into turn number 3. Westfall on the bottom in that second spot. Sullivan is now third. Sewell gets around Horlicka for 4th. Horlicka back to 5th. Barry Major 6th. Jesse Sandoval 7th. Jamie Deere 8th. And Sierra Smith rounds us out in 9th. There's some more contact between TJ Sullivan and Johnny Westfall through turns 3 and 4. 17 laps complete, 3 laps to go this time by. Ward down the back chute once again, about 6 car lengths between himself and Westfall this time. Going to be coming to 2 to go. This time at the flag stand. Sullivan now underneath Westfall for the second spot. Here's 2 to go from your flagman. 18 down, 2 laps to go. Sean Ward out front. TJ Sullivan second. Westfall third. Sewell fourth. Mike Horlicka rounds out the top 5. White flag in the air. One more trip around South Texas Speedway. First, Sean Ward. The 889 down the back chute for the final time into turn number 3. Barring catastrophe, his race to lose. Looks like he's going to take the win. Face full of checkered flag for Sean Ward. And Westfall going to loop it around. Coming to the stripe. That's going to be 3rd spot for Joshua Sewell. 4th spot going to be Mike Horlicka. Jamie Deere going to round out the top 5. Once again, folks, there's your winner. Sean Ward in the 889 machine. Woo! All right, Sean. Second time in 3 weeks that we've been here, brother. How's it feel?
Feels great. I actually had to work for that one.
You sure as heck did, man. It was down on the bottom. You just kind of had to move folks out of the way and not make them mad while you're doing it. Is that fun, or do you like to just kind of hammer down in cruise control?
I don't know. It's better when you got to pass people.
It looks good out there. She's a little worse for wear. You can definitely tell that you earned it tonight. You got anybody you want to thank that helps you out on this thing?
I got Stephen Whitaker Jr. and Senior, 89 Motorsports, WW Bodies, First Class Towing, my wife, kids, family. That's everybody.
Can't do without him, can you, brother?
No, you can't.
Well, Sean Ward, I'm sorry, brother. One more time. Congratulations, man. Good to see you out here. One more time, folks, for Sean Ward.